Hello everyone. So I've just been filming tomorrow's video. I was going to film it live and then I decided at the last minute to just film it by myself. And then the message was pretty huge. So I think it was so it didn't, when I'm chatting to people and that, it takes longer. But yes, I believe we are minutes away from Neptune going in Aries. So I'm going to check while I'm live. But it was quite funny because as I went live, I pulled shock. Sudden change, shocking news, surprises, epiphany, and transformation. So, or who knows at this side. That's the energy I'm feeling today. Because that's how I described in the shorts. Like I feel better now because I've channeled some energy with the shorts and that one I've just done for tomorrow. But I felt very overwhelmed and I don't now. Wait a minute. That's the energy I'm feeling. Like, yeah. And because we're in Aquarius season, that is shock, surprises, spontaneous. It's awakening, but it can be spontaneous awakening in a lot of cases. And so that can be happening for some of you, regardless of your gender, or it can be happening for your twin flame. Or like I said in the shorts, everyone's a different bit. So this could have actually happened to you or your twin flame like ages. It could be years ago, or this could be months ago, or you're going through it now. So it's when you're creating really different people, it can be a bit, well, annoying, but it can be difficult too. Ah, I've just found them. Right. So, like I said, because we literally are, like, I don't even think we're in the last 5 minutes. I think it's minutes away. Because, oh, yeah, yeah, I think it could be now, to be honest. My clock's a bit fast, but because we know what I'm like about. It's funny, I'm a bit of a well, I'm a very big walking contradiction in a lot of ways because every day I say everything's timeless because it is past, present, future. But in other ways, like I'm very, like, I like, certain times and stuff. It's, I don't know. It is what it is, guys. I see that about myself, but I'm just going to check because it was like I found the exact. Sometimes it's not always right, but I feel what will tell me the most accurate is astro. Yeah, like see right now that's still saying. Oh my God, are you shitting me? That just changed. Wow, that was kind of nuts. Whoa, that was weird. And nobody's here. I just went, like that literally, I don't know if that literally just changed like right a second or if that happened, if that hadn't refreshed, but it was like it was saying Neptune and Pisces, like, 29 degrees and like about to change. And then I refreshed it and now it says Neptune's 80 degrees Aries. We're in the 0 point. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Don't know if there's any point in. I was kind of thinking, I don't know if there's any point in doing a Neptune and Pisces card because we done that for the last one. Oh, that feels exciting. And maybe that's why my anxiety and but fuck, that was horrible. I hope none of you felt that about the same. Hello, hello, how are you doing? What was your name again? Remind me. Um, oh God, though, yeah, that was a rough few hours. I don't know about yous, but yeah, I can feel it now. It's left, but it was like the overwhelm that I felt was. But it makes sense. That was a big whether people are taking that on board or not, that was a big goodbye to a long, horrible time for a lot of people, myself included. Rebecca, that's right, right. And that's why I should remember it, because that's my cousin's name. But then we've also got Becca, who her screen name used to say Beck, and now I keep calling her Becca now, and I called her Beck, but it was because it changed I remember now. Hopefully I should remember that. Right, let's just, although Neptune has literally just went in Aries, let's, and that's quite funny because this, look, I knew you were going to say that. I think I just asked you that telepathically. I was just going to ask you that. Did you feel the same? That's what it was. I had anxiety a couple hours ago for nothing. It's so, no, but you see, that's interesting. So that's what it was. It wasn't for nothing. You were feeling what I was feeling. That was the last in Neptune and Pisces. It is very annoying. I agree. But you were obviously feeling that collective energy as well. It was fucking intense. It was horrible. Mind you, I was trying to do stuff that, like, yeah, I was trying to sort out some things, paperwork and that I did sort of think that I thought this could wait till tomorrow. A bit like I've said, like, I've got someone's unlisted to do. And I'd emailed her just to say on the Friday, like I'm not in a good place to do. I mean, I don't work on the weekend anyway, and I knew she wouldn't mind, but I was like, I really feel like I need to wait until Neptune goes into Aries. And I was like, right, so I think that's more going to be like Tuesday. So that's I've emailed that person, I've emailed her back, and I knew she would, she's fine with, when she gets it basically. Um, but absolutely, that was the right call because I already like feel better now. Do you know what I mean? But that was fucking rough. And like I said, my mum was here to help me with something, but it was just kind of like it's one of them things that like look whether it's me being me or the fact I've got about a million different difficulties. I don't like all the words that are used; they just feel annoying. But it's like it's not very often I get that overwhelmed and I was extremely overwhelmed. And I was like to my mum, I was like, Mum, like you need to just go because I'm like, I need to be myself. And then because I knew because my mum knows as well about the whole Neptune thing. Is it my mum was quite interested in it actually, but it's kind of like it is very real. And when I channel energy like this too, it's like it does affect. It's annoying. It does affect my personal life, and I'm like, this is just like far too like it was completely overwhelming me. And then because I've just filmed the shorts and I've just filmed tomorrow's, spoiler alert, right? The shorts up until next Monday, right? It was nuts. Like 3 days in a row, it was things about weddings or union. And then it was preparing for union came out like two times at least. It might be, I think it was twice. And then it was like another union. So basically, it was like there was something to do with union or preparing for union every single day leading up to a week from today. So, I mean, and what's really funny is, although everything is timeless, some of these things can happen in real time. And it's interesting to me because it's like all the shorts lined up with the lives that I've done, which I think it is just going to be lives from now on and not the standalone videos because, like I said, hardly anyone was watching. Thank you if you did watch everything I do or you did watch them. I don't expect everyone to watch everything. Do you know what I mean? But I do need to just work out what works for me better. There's no point in me doing things if it's like 5 people watching it. Although I used to think there was, because sometimes that one person that watches it, it was their story, and then they book a session. So business wise, it actually is worth it. But I don't know. I'll just kind of feel into it. But lately, that's more what I'm feeling. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to pour all my energy into that. I'd rather just do extra shorts or be in the membership more, which I will do anyway, members. Or, you know, I think it's going to be going live every day, but just not being live for as long and then still doing the additional other lives. So be busy in a different way, kind of thing. But anyway, thank fuck that's over because it was horrible. It's horrible. Anyway, it absolutely is. See, I don't really follow the planets, so I'm not very in the know with these things. So that's telling you. But isn't it interesting though? Because it's like it just shows you that even when people don't follow it, like at all or that closely. Because I notice it with others that I watch too that don't follow it as closely, and I'm like, you can tell that they are feeling it, but they don't know they're feeling it. But that's why it's like, I've got people around me, like family members and friends, that are becoming more interested in astrology now because it's like, oh my God, there's something really to this. Like, on a deeper level. But yeah, anyway, so did I get the thumbnail? Yeah, I did hold up the shock card. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, transformation. That's basically the energy that's going on. Right. And although we're in Neptune Aries now, let's just because I did want to be live to do it, but we already said goodbye. That's what if you didn't watch the last time the moon was going to be conjunct Neptune and Pisces, the one I done on Friday, that was the goodbye in Neptune and Pisces. We don't need the long fucking goodbye. Goodbye, fucking goodbye. You're not going to miss a lot about your Neptune and Pisces. I did have a lot of good. Not a lot. I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying a lot. Oh my God, Ultra Natty Free has just come on. Because I'm free to do what I want to do. See, that's Neptune and Aries. See, the energy's just changed. Welcome if you're new. You could be like, what the fuck is happening around here? What is going on? But we don't know either. We're just going with it. But yeah, yeah, there's a whole lot worse stuff that I recall than good stuff, to be honest. Definitely Saturn in Pisces, because Saturn in Pisces was just the one that was like 3 years, give or take, because it fucks off for a little bit, Like we've experienced the taster of this. Don't ask me when that was. It was some point last year. I can't even fucking remember, but we experienced a little bit of it, and that was the dress rehearsal. This is the fucking real deal. So in whatever areas of your life, love life, business, success, blah blah blah, this is a real deal. It's fucking go time, right? And I pulled out Commander Ashtar, which is about walk your talk, which I thought was really funny when I was describing the anxiety that I was feeling. Um, so yeah, it's all going on. But anyway, let's. And also, side note, if you're going through that extreme weather, whether it's natural or fucking, not natural, because I don't believe a lot of it is very natural, praying that, if your powers went off, you get your power back ASAP, that you're safe and warm and you've got enough food. And let's absolutely pray for people on the streets and that they get the safety and the warmth and yeah, just anything to do anything to do with anything, but it's just, it's I'm aware that there's a lot of very crazy snowstorms going on all over the world, and particularly America seem to be getting hit big time. So right. But this is just give us a card to honor that last of Neptune and Pisces. We don't want to dwell on it too long. We want to, like I said, we just want to say fuck off to basically fuck you and thank you. Neptune and Aries, what have you got for us? But yeah, no, like Saturn and Pisces is the one that was about 3 years. And I don't know about you, but there's some very key, confusing, fuck off karmic lessons I can think of that I went through the last 3 years. That I could have done without on top of the bullshit that I've already went through in life. But it's over. So fuck you and thank you. I'm just gonna keep saying fuck you and thank you. Do you know what I mean? I learned from it. I woke up. Let's fucking go. Saturn and Aries coming at me. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, who cares about Valentine's? But it's quite funny that Saturn and Aries joins Neptune and Aries at Valentine's. I think that's quite funny as well. So, oh my god, that hurt by the way, the way I slapped my hand. This is weird, but really cool. So, for anyone that watched that live stream on Friday, I pulled the same fucking card. And they're like, you don't need to read it again. You read it. That's energy. Let it go. The return of Aphrodite, biatches. I just wanted to say that for effect. We can tell that Neptune is in Aries now. I am not calling anyone a biatch or a bitch. But yeah, the return of Aphrodite. And the thing that's really funny is, right, I have been stalling on getting this card deck for ages. I'm gonna have to get that for Valentine's because I had synchronicities of it. It's like, hello Brandy, how are you doing? Welcome to Neptune and Aries. But it's kind of like, yeah, it's funny. Like I was just getting really, really pulled to it, right? And it's funny, I hadn't seen anyone using it or anything. I just found it randomly. I was like, oh, because I really connect to Aphrodite energy, right? And then someone had mentioned that to me in a personal reading, and they hadn't saw that I had, because like obviously some people might see things I put, but like it was something I channeled and I hadn't published yet. And so it's like, it's kind of interesting. It's now actually making me think whatever was said to me then, it's coming into alignment with now. Because that Aphrodite card came out Friday, it's coming in again now. That is so interesting to me. I know a lot of you will be like, what are you talking about? But that's so interesting that I'm saying, right, give us the last of Neptune and Pisces energy, although we've just moved out of it. And I'm like, that's what that live stream was for on Friday. And they're like, no, it's the same thing. Return of Aphrodite. That is like the fire energy. So will we even waste time reading it? I don't think I think maybe watch. Actually, do you know what we will? I don't think I read this. I can't remember if I read it. I'll read it again. So 13 is the goddess. Yes, I know 13 can often be associated with the dark energies and stuff like that, but 13 is divine feminine goddess energy to me anyway. And it's a death card, you know what I mean? It's like rebirth energy, and I pulled that in the shorts as well. The return of Aphrodite, temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating as sacred. Dolphins to me are also very new earth frequency. And I do feel that's what I was freaking out about there too. It's like, it just feels like the shift in the fucking new earth is like, honestly, it's like never ending. Do you know what I mean? But it's not like, come on, guys, we're all getting a spaceship, we're going to new earth. I know it could sound like that, but it's like shifts in consciousness and it never really stops. Um, and the thing for me is because I'm a way shower, I'm always like, when the collective are like reaching this next point, it's like I'm going even higher. And then I'm experiencing something more like newer than not many people are. And so that I can experience it and talk about it. And that's the only way to describe it. And that's why I'm like, that energy I was experiencing there was kind of hard to explain because it's like it just all feels new. And if you see, I just think the freak out on the shorts is the best way to explain it. But a lot of people could feel like that, but it's like we've all got new levels, new devils. But it doesn't need to be a bad thing. But that's why I think that's why they got me to title it. Is it a dream? Is it a nightmare? I think all this change in new energy could feel very overwhelming to people. So make sure you're doing your grounding. Um, Right, the turn of Aphrodite. Let's see what this says. Temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating as sacred. She has come back to us, piercing us all with her sweetness and beauty. So goes the I don't know how to say that, Homeretic hymn to Aphrodite, an ancient rhapsody recording encounters with the sea-born goddess, who's friend to the merfolk everywhere and to you, and if you so wish it. Aphrodite's story is fascinating, and when you receive this card, you're part of an enchanting tale that is being told in your life. You may have always doubted your ability to attract, yet when this card comes to you, it is as if the graces Aphrodite's handmaidens are coming to greet you, as if you rebirthed, that word again, from the womb of the sea. I just love that because Aphrodite is like the fire and Neptune is the sea bit, Neptune and Aries. I get it. And they adorn you with jewels and kisses, lavish you with pampering, and you will at last begin to believe in the power of your own gracefulness, your own sacred powers, your own allure and magnetic appeal. Aphrodite is sea-born as you were, and the womb of your mother, and when she comes to you, you're being reminded that it's possible to be sexual without being in a partnership or formal marriage. She's returning to you to remind you of the beauty and grace of laughter, of delight, and seeing all that is before you, so wondrous and perfect in its own right, delighting as she did in the variety of beings on the planet, encouraging all to procreate, make love, sing, and revel in life. She is a sign of return to sexual health, to healthy and glorious self love and self esteem, and the wish to be free for a time from marriage in inverted commas. Marriage probably in the terms of feeling trapped. Marriages shouldn't feel like you're trapped. Or conventional relationships, a time to explore delight, to be sensual and to be free with no fear of retribution. Again, I say this when I read this before, I'm not such a fan of that because it's kind of making it sound like it's like, oh, just be free and loose and easy and do whatever. And it's like, look, everybody, you do you out here. It seems like everybody, you do you out there. Seems like everybody does do them out, seems like everybody does do what they want out there. That's none of my business. But yeah, that's not, I can see how a lot of the things I've just read are very my stance on things and, yeah, absolutely. Like self love, healthy sexuality, embrace your own passion and sensuality, and all this kind of stuff. But when it starts sort of kind of hinting that it's like, oh yeah, just fuck off and do whatever with whoever and anything you want, and I'm kind of like, again, everybody gets to do what they want, but I wouldn't be really advising that because you're tangling up your sacred energy with fucking whoever. Oh my god, I didn't even mean it like that, but I suppose that's not a mistake ever, but you know what I mean, like whoever. So you really want to know who you're entangling your energies with because it could take a very long time to untangle the energy that you've just, was it worth it? I don't know, maybe it was. But I mean, that would be a really great SHAG if it was, I don't think anything's worth that. When Aphrodite comes to you from the sea, you're being reminded of your deep, delicious nature, the power of sensual desire, and the holiness, laughter, and delight. There will be female friends who encourage you to remain free and to find out for yourself what it is you want and who will praise you and assist you. It is a time of being reborn in your sensual self. Oh, I'm not reading it all again. I read it the other day. But yeah, the turn of Aphrodite. So that's what that's yeah, what Pisces, Neptune and Pisces is leaving us with, but it feels more like what Neptune and Aries is bringing. What else have we got from this deck? We have, yes, look, totally trust the path ahead. We don't know what the fucking path ahead is. We got a taster of it when it was in it before, but this is the real path. And this guy's like, holy shit, I don't know what's up these stairs, but I'm going to, I'm going, I'm going to get Aphrodite up the stairs. That's like divine masculine. Like, I don't know what's coming, but I'm feeling pulled to the Aphrodite. Whereas before, this man could have thought that this was like a siren. Do you know what I mean? But now it's like, it's like Frozen. I can hear you, but I won't. Some look for trouble. Well, you know what I mean? It's like, I was hearing the call of my own soul. I was hearing my own divine feminine energy within me. And I thought it was a siren. But actually, it was my energy. That person is the embodiment of my inner energy that I was running from. Now I want to run to them. Trust in the unfolding of your life. Every step is part of your journey to becoming who you're meant to be. Because that is really the deeper message of Frozen as well, isn't it? Oh, that's so annoying though. That'll be stuck in my head. Right. That energy's calmed down a little bit, so I'll read the rest of these. And also, I can't be staying on this for ages anyway, because I think my time schedule yeah, I think I was wanting to start Taurus right about now. So that message, it is what it is. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to pull one of these though. This is very Neptune and Aries. Um, no, but that's funny too about your fee to, so what you want to do. Oh, today I was reading downloads explaining this thoroughly. That's why it's for sure was a collective energy I was feeling too. Yeah, totally. What's your main, what's your sun, moon, and rising? Um, my ex-husband of 30 years ripped me up on Friday, called me, oh, vile names, and I'm shocked but not surprised. I'm honest. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Brandy. That is horrible. And you were here for a little bit of Friday, weren't you? Now, did that happen before or I take it that happened after? Oh, it would have been after, because that was quite early your time that I was live. Oh, but you see, I haven't. What have I watched back? I have watched. Actually, yeah, I have watched the Aries ones back, and I have watched that Pisces. And yeah, I did say I just felt a lot of anger. Like, actually, that's what I felt today too. Like, I woke up fucking raging. Like, I'm glad that's gone now. Like, I'm not just putting this on. Like, I'm feeling quite jolly now. But I was feeling fucking raging. Like, honestly, it was like that kind of makes sense. It was like, look, Neptune rules Pisces. Hopefully, I wouldn't be saying this for much longer because it's fucked off now. But thank Christ. But it's kind of like, Neptune rules Pisces. It was at the very end of Pisces. That's the past. That's like past life stuff, 100%. But it's the past about, and I was just feeling a lot of anger about the past. But it was like a lot. It was like it was all. It was like it was all just hitting me all at once. Like, um, and now that's interesting. My necklace has just got tangled up with the word love. That's like not. This is so symbolic. One necklace says love, and the other one is oh my god! Then the other one is the constellation of Aries, which is anger. That's quite weird, isn't it? Love, like you could. So if you had a lot of anger arising about love, as my necklaces were tangled, I've untangled, and if you were all tangled up with feelings about that, everything means something, guys. Everything means something. It's fine now, just like I'm fine now. But yeah, I was feeling all of that. Interesting. Um, but yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's horrible. Um, your Aries sun too. Oh, we went through this, didn't we? What day are you? I'm the 18th. Are you like a March one? Aries sun, North. I think you might have been the same day as one of my friends or something, but I might be wrong. Aries sun and North node, Sag rising, Moon in Aquarius. Ah, right. Um, do you know what house you're like? Do you know what house your Aries? Do you know what house your sun and your moon are in? I mean, you might not. That's fine if you don't. But I'm just wondering. It'd be interesting if you had anything. in the 12th house, like your moon in the 12th house or something. Mm, I thought that. That is the day as one of my friends. That's quite funny. See, I remember that was quite good that I remembered that. Um, right, let's get one of these. For Neptune and Aries, let's get a Divine Feminine. These cards I always associate with Aries energy. But like I said, it is a funny one, right? Because although Neptune and Aries is a whole new cycle, we're not entirely getting rid of the confusion illusion, really, because Neptune rules Pisces. So it is like, you know, it's just quite interesting to me. Like, I wonder what that is really going to be like. And then also, like, Saturn in Aries, too. I don't know. It's interesting. Uh, oh, don't worry. But if you have a look for it, it'll just be interesting if you. Sorry, I'm spinning. Anyway, but it's there'll be a reason for it why you felt it. Doesn't need to be astrology wise, but usually I can see in somebody's chart. Right, give us a card. So again, sorry, I know it gets so repetitive me saying the same things, but if you're new, you will notice this. Every word that I say without the cards, and then the cards just back it up, right? And it's, the way that I describe it, because I think some people look at it a bit differently, you know what I mean? I've seen other people, but oh, this is just the way, it's kind of like, no, it's like my guides and God backing me up with what I'm saying. So look at what I was talking about, well, anger and stuff like that. And this is called the Red Goddess. Also, there was a butterfly in the shorts for tomorrow, which I released earlier. There's butterflies in this transformation. I was just talking about laughter and playfulness. Playfulness is your spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to light. And I don't know about you, but that is what I've done today too. Like, laughter heals me, even in the darkest of situations. It's like, you know, obviously it's got to be, you can't just kind of, when it's completely out of context, that would be fucking annoying. But when it's my own stuff and I can kind of be like, do you know what? I've went through much worse. Like, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? Um, and that's how I kind of knew like what I was feeling earlier. I'm like, why am I allowing myself to get this bothered about this? And then that's what I was saying to my mum. Like I was kind of like, I was like, Mum, I would just fucking go now because like I'm just gonna be. Do you know what I mean? I'm just gonna be fucking talking shite. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I just probably just better just being quiet and like not. But like I said, she got out in time for the, you know what I mean? And nothing happened. I just channeled the energy into the shorts. Um, Whereas when my mum could feel her, she was just cleaning everything. I was like, no, really, mum, I know that helps you, but that doesn't help me. Please, can we just leave this? Like, do you know what I mean? I was like, I will. And actually, I was like, I just cleaned that. Why are you cleaning that again? But no, it's just funny the ways different people handle stress, isn't it? But yeah, so playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. So let's see what that's all about. The warrior saint. I'm a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. Oh, I love it too. I always love it though when I read these cards. I really resonate with them. Right, okay, so um I'm not innocent, but he's lost his fucking mind. Told me I wasn't my son's family. I laughed. I have stretch marks and scars from his birth. I'm pretty sure he's mine. Yeah. I mean, that's quite a claim. I mean, but no, I'm sorry. That is just really horrible, though. But I mean, there you go. There's an example of somebody losing their shit and not being able to pull it back. So maybe you'll get an apology, maybe you won't. But I hope you're okay either way, because it's not nice to be on the receiving end of that. Um, no, I actually meant to look at my birth chart again earlier, but didn't, which is funny. Oh well, yeah, maybe I might say that would be so interesting though to me if you're, and hopefully to you, like I said, if you did have like a moon in Aquarius or like, oh wait a minute, I'm getting too technical here. I can't do that in my head. Maybe I could. Oh, maybe we worked this one out before actually. You might be like myself. If you've got Sagittarius rising, some of your Scorpio could be in the 12th house. Might not be like, but yeah, it might be. Because sometimes that's so annoying. Sometimes people have thought and I'm like, I'm not Sagittarius rising. Do you know what I mean? I'm Scorpio rising. Um, so that's why it doesn't always work to listen. When you listen, that's why I don't do that. We actually like, if you're a Sagittarius rising and you've got this and that, like, no, because it never works for me. Um, anyway, yes, it is. Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, I think that this is so familiar. I think we had this chat before, and I can usually feel into it. That makes sense. And that, with a lot of the things that I channel, if you're like, oh my God, that totally resonates, that makes sense because I attract a lot of people that have got either Sagittarius rising, and you don't need to have a little bit in your 12th, but I think it makes you maybe resonate with me a little bit more. But or if you're a Scorpio rising, basically I just attract loads of Scorpio risings and I attract Sagittarius risings because of that reason. And again, if you're any other rising sign, you're welcome. But do you know what I mean? It's just weird how like I have, yeah, it's kind of it's interesting. Right, okay, so the red goddess. Let's see what she's got to say to it. And then I'm going to channel Taurus in the second house. And I'm glad I'm going to be able to do that because honestly, earlier the way I was feeling, I was like, I was like, it was, saying I'm going to have a fucking mental health day. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I can't even fucking do this shit. And usually it's like, usually whatever's going on, bar, I don't know, really seen it. Like I can usually work through it. And I'm like, I was just like, no, I don't want to fucking do this. I don't want to like to be honest, what I was really hearing was fuck mediumship Monday, and I'm sorry, I know that's not very nice, but I was like, I don't want to stick to the schedule. I don't want to do mediumship Monday. You know what? It's like my inner child was like, no, I don't want to do fuck it. I don't want to do fucking mediumship Monday. Do you know what I mean? People can just fucking suit themselves on a Monday. I don't want to do it. Sorry, I'm crying. That's funny that cards right laughter. I might need to change mediumship Monday or fucking mediumship Tuesday or something. Oh dear. I mean, the reason I do Mediumship Monday is because, it's cute with the Monday, but it is also because the moon rules Monday. I mean, that's basically how all my content is always go. Like, I do tie it in with the days of the week and the way it works with the planets. But, yeah. And that's why actually I did schedule the post last night. I don't usually work Mondays, but it's felt like I do because I'm always doing this on a Monday. But, I'm going to trial having just mediumship sessions available on Mondays during the day to see how I like it. Um, because I mean, I love all my work, but yeah, mediumship is less taxing. Do you know what I mean? So I like the sound of it. So just check if any of you want to do that. It would probably only be people that you've already had a session with me, because I explain it in the info bit. If we've never had a session before at all, it's not, yeah, don't book that because there's going to be way more to talk about than a mediumship message. And it's just, it's not going to be enough time. It just isn't. I mean, it's not like if you book it, it's not like I'm going to be like, hey, you should have done that. That's kind of like, but it's like, as long as you understand, I'm going to be quite assertive for like, I can't sit here for hours and hours and hours and hear your twin flame story. And actually, they're the same price, so you'd be better booking the other one first, and then I will do that because that's the way I do those first sessions. And then, if you want to meet, then do it. But for any that I've ever had the first session, any session with me, then you can book that. But it's meant to just be an hour. But again, side note, if we're having fun, chatting all your love and spirit, it won't be an hour. Do you know what I mean? If I'm having fun, you're having fun. I can't cut it off. A lot of mediums would. I can't. I'm having too much fun. It's not that I can. I don't want to. Do you know what I mean? It's like that'll change at some point, but that's the way I work. That's my weird system. And like I keep saying as well, I do foresee me taking away that 144 pricing for your first session because I've had that like that for years and it's really not good at all money wise, business wise for me. It really isn't. So I think I will need to change that at some point. I'll keep something 144, but I don't know that it'll be that. But I don't know. I don't know when we'll see. Maybe it's when Saturn goes into Aries or something. Maybe that'd make sense because Saturn's Aries. Saturn, sorry, is work, and Aries is assertiveness and new beginnings. So maybe I might do it then. Um, but anyway, let's read this. It's quite, you know what, as well, right? So sorry, those of you that are in the UK and you're not watching Love Island, but you could live vicariously through me, or those of you that are in the UK or other parts of the world where you, like, you know, Ireland and Wales and England, and you're like, no, I could watch it, but I don't want to because a load of shit. Well, you're gonna have to listen, unless you don't want to listen. But it was quite interesting as well watching the astrology play out with on Love Island too, like with the chopping and changing, and yeah, I don't know, it's just quite funny, you know what I mean? Like it's like we already saw the Aquarius shock element come into it when the Millie dumped the, you know, the guy she was with, which I think is the first time it's ever happened, where somebody's like dumped the person they're getting to know, because he fucked up, but usually they fuck up and they just get forgiven over and over again. And she's like, "No, I'm sorry. I've already been humiliated on the telly by the fella I then stayed with for 4 years. Do you think I'm going to fucking let you do that after 5 days? See you later, Charlie. Fucking get the fuck." Felt sorry for Charlie, but I mean that's basically what happened there. Quite funny. And then I was thinking last night, I was like, what a fucking imagine going from she's just went from like a bad boy wannabe, I'd kind of say, to like Curtis, who like comes in fucking ballroom dancing and that. And I'm like, oh my God, she's got very different tastes. Do you know what I mean? Or she's just thinking, hey, wait a minute. Everyone seems to like me. Everyone likes him. This might be my ticket to the final. I don't think she's like that, but uh aye, he's a bit cringe. He is kind of nice looking though. Do you know what I mean? There is something. But I'd be like, it was quite funny. Like they were doing a bit of ballroom dancing, and she was like, "I'm sorry, I need to stop it." It's like I wouldn't even have been able to start, man. That's fucking like, oh my God. Um, anyway, moving on. So, right, the red goddess. Playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. Lolita represents the spontaneity that graces a heavy moment. Ah, a little bit like the heavy moment of Neptune that just left Pisces that a lot of us felt. Because I bet there have been other men and women having major fucking panic attacks like we were. I don't know if yours was a panic attack, but mine was a fucking panic attack, right? Um, and I'm not being funny. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. I'm actually just going to text my mum and tell her I'm all right because I've drastically changed, and you know, like you said, I was okay to her, but I think she was a bit worried about me. Yeah, sorry, but I just had to do that because it's hard to explain. But I was just feeling like fucking like well, I was overwhelmed. Like everything was just like everything was just overwhelming me. But that we'll see. This will come into it when I channel the message for the collective. Like you know the masculine, feminine. Like I bet you, I'm tuning in to a group of masculines that were feeling like that. That's what I think. That's how that's going to go. Sorry, I was just making sure I was actually texting my mum. That'd be awkward if I was like, did I, did I even text the right person? Yeah. Lolita represents the spontaneity that graces a heavy moment and reminds us that joy is a powerful spiritual practice. Lolita Tripura Sara Sundari is a Hindu deity known as the Red Goddess because of her connection to desire. She's often depicted sitting on a lotus with 16 petals, known as the fulfiller of all desires. She is doesn't see what I mean. Neptune's been in Aries about fucking 2 seconds and it's already talking about desire and Aphrodite and fire, and it's because the twin flames are coming in and show everybody what's what. She's holding a golden bow that represents the mind and 5 golden arrows that represent the 5 senses. The ancient devotional text dedicated to her, the Lalita Saha Sarana Mam. Oh, for God, this book is just. And every time we touch, I get this feeling in it. It's Cascadas just came on. Oh, I almost never put the songs on, but it's too funny the way it always fits. And the ancient devotional text dedicated to her, the Lalita, is a list of 1,000 names that fulfills all the desires of a devotee simply through its recitation. One of Lalita's many names is she who plays. The Sanskrit word lila means divine play. Lalita loves when her devotees are able to move beyond dualities to the point where we are not separate from what we desire. She loves puja, or ritual worship, for this reason, because it moves us out of our ideas and our thoughts of the divine and into our hearts, where we can experience the divine directly. Lalita is known for her spontaneity and for liberating her devotees with joy. She's the consciousness that comes when we get so caught up in taking ourselves seriously that we forget the profound simple pleasures like sunlight on her face or the taste of a ripe strawberry. It's just so funny because honestly, a part of my day was like that. I was like, why am I fucking letting this stress me out? She's a delicious moment when we remember that we don't have to take everything, especially ourselves, so seriously. We don't have to be perfect or know the right mudras or yoga poses or chant for hours on end. What's divine is inherent in us. It's remembered, not learned. When your soul selects her card, answers arrive from disengaging with the energy that created the problem or question to begin with. Oh my God, that totally makes sense for me earlier because that's what I done. So we often hold tight to what we desire with grip that actually inhibits it from arriving. And we often take the soul by the collar and demand to know an answer right now. But when a desire is imperative, that there's an inability to be playful, imaginative, and childlike with how and when that desire will arrive. The secret to desire is holding it lightly. The secret that the red goddess knows is that we already have everything we desire, so we can trust that what the soul craves is and always has been ours. This is the levity that sparks a shift, a change, and expansion. This is the moment that we remember we are not separate from what we desire or from the divine. See how that fits with twin flames? Look, that could be the shock somebody's realizing. I don't see this the way I once did. I don't see the separate energy. All I feel is an unexplainable magnetism to this person, like a bolt of lightning. Lolita is a brilliant moment in a fight between lovers or friends when suddenly someone mispronounces a word and both crack up laughing. Wouldn't you always be like that, would it? You're fucking raging, you'd be like, fuck you, you know what I meant. I'm just saying. I probably would be that. I probably would be somebody that would laugh, whether I'd done that or the other person. But a lot of people would just carry on and be like, "Fuck you, stop laughing." You know what I mean? She's the levity that comes when we loosen our death-like grip on what we think we desire. She's the gorgeous, much-needed reminder that we don't have to suffer our way to what we want most. That's so funny the way that says that. The path to what we desire or to becoming the soul we need to be in order to receive it can be paved with joy, with divine play, and with a sacred process of lighting up all along the way. Soul voice meditation. How can I add more playfulness to my life right now? The intention, playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. I might put that in the title after. Anyway, we love that. So, like I said, there's something with the butterflies. Right, so because I don't want to be sitting here all fucking night, let's start Taurus. Wait a minute, I've got a wee tick list here. So that was that. Yep. And now Taurus, and then Mediumship Monday. If I don't think, fuck Mediumship Monday. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I might just finish and forget, to be honest with that. I will do it, but it might just be short. You know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck off! Please, no, don't do that. What just fell? Shock fell again. Tower moments. When things fall, that's my side of tower. Oh my God, I've still got. I mean, but that's how cold it is. I've actually got my thermal leggings on and my joggers over the thermal leggings, which is what I wear when I go on a walk. which you would normally take off. But I've still got that on and I'm actually not too hot. So that's pretty cold. But that's this fucking living room for you. And the heating's up full blast and I can't even fucking feel it. So that's why I've been spending all the time in my room. And my tree is still up, guys. I think we knew that was going to be the case, but the tree's still up. I just, how can I come in to take it down when it's too cold in here? Like, I'm going to need to have the heating on for like fucking hours and then come in and do it and make it fun. Of the music channel on, even though the fucking music channels are gone and it's the same playlist, it's fucking driving me nuts. I'll find my own funky house playlist or something. I'll do it. Well, will I do it tomorrow? Tuesday's the day of action. I think I could. I think I could. I think it's time. I think it's time. Remember, I said it's like I feel like by keeping this tree up, it's like keeping me in some kind of. It's keeping me in the past. The fucking tree's coming down tomorrow. Some kind of acceptance is coming in. I'm taking the fucking tree down. Right. Um. Right. Yeah. Grounding. I need to take the tree down. It's time. Love. Um. Sorry, I'm just turning these round the right way. Right. So I'm going to go and I'm going to come back. So if you want to come and join me, you can. If not, you do you, boo. But I wish you a very lovely Neptune and Pisces for the foreseeable. Um, oh, sorry. I went, see what I mean? I went back to the past again. Absolutely not. Scratch that. We're not going back to fucking Neptune Pisces. Never, ever, 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 ever again. That's gone. It's dead. It's over. Okay? Especially all the shitty parts of it. Keep the lovely parts in your heart, but even make space for the new things to come in. We are now in Neptune in Aries. Neptune in Aries. Neptune in Aries. Okay. And I'll see you in a minute if you're coming back. See you later.